They think we are stupid. Food companies think we are stupid and think that they can manipulate us with their food advertising. And it's becoming more and more blatantly obvious. A big example of this that I've noticed in recent months is, and I don't know why this is. Maybe it's because of the, there's been a recent obsession with the idea that no matter what you eat, as long as it has protein in it, no matter how much it is, some people will be like, "Oh, this Hershey bar has 2 grams of protein in it, so it must be good, it must be really good." And with better and better advertising coming out about fitness, from various fitness center companies, their advertisements, and social media, seeing people that we look up to. I think food companies have noticed that and have noticed everyone's need to, we're gaining a bigger and bigger obsession with protein. And because of that, you'll see these companies slapping the protein label on literally anything. Like, I've seen protein Pop-Tarts, I've seen protein Oreos. Most fast food restaurants have like their own protein assorted menu that's separated from the primary menu, and it's supposed to be directed towards people who want more protein in their diet. And people who are getting that, deep down, they know that there probably isn't more protein in it. And if there is, there's more preservatives and chemicals being added into these foods to compensate for that and to compensate for the flavor. And it is designed to get you to buy it and to keep you unhealthy and to keep you completely manipulated. I think, besides the whole protein aspect of it, just the way that food is marketed in general, you go to your typical grocery store, most products are designed to look as appealing as possible to get you to buy it. They're designed to be more colorful, more, child-friendly. And of course, they slap that protein label on it. They'll slap the low calorie on there. And it's all to get you to think like, oh, if there's protein in it, it must be healthy. If there's a low amount of calories, it must be extremely healthy for me. And it must be the better option. And on top of that, why is real food more expensive than these ultra-processed foods? It doesn't help that we are making it more convenient for people to buy these ultra-processed foods because it's significantly less expensive to get. And in today's world, it feels like, well, I know that 99% of the things that we consume are tampered with in some way. They are genetically modified in some way, no matter what it is. Even most meats and vegetables are altered in a way that can, increase the longevity of its shelf life so that, sales can stay afloat. And at the end of the day, all of it is designed to make more money, to keep you unhealthy, to keep you making those poor decisions. And, and then down the line, you'll see the adverse effects of eating all those foods consistently throughout your life. And it'll turn you towards those additional medical needs, those additional trips to the doctor where you will need more treatment to keep yourself alive. But that is another conversation in itself. But even with all those things being considered, it is not the producer's fault because of that. You know, they are doing what they can to profit off of you and profit off of your inability to understand what you're looking at and what you're buying. And so 90% of it is falling on a lack of accountability. And circling back to the topic of, you know, how products are being marketed and how that becomes more appealing to children and young people, parents need to be more on top of what they are feeding their kids and, you know, how that is affecting them over time. Parents have significantly more control over that than the producer themselves. You have the option to buy it. It's on the shelf. It's looking back at you. You know, you have the ability to make that decision. So enabling those decisions is 90% of the problem. And obviously it doesn't help that, you know, most of the time you're being sold a complete lie. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of people out there that are trying to, you know, achieve certain goals physically or just try to be more healthier consistently. You know, and it doesn't help that these companies are doing whatever it takes to sell you a product no matter how bad it is. And so food advertising absolutely disgusts me. Nonetheless, just how much we tamper with our foods before, you know, selling it to people and just genetically modifying our foods. And it, like, how much of this food is genuinely real and hasn't, you know, added additional chemicals to it to, you know, preserve how long it will last before it expires and for it to taste better and for it to look more appealing to us. You never know. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if none of it was real food, and if absolutely everything that you're putting in your body is altered in some way. And so I just wanted to talk about this today. It's very sad. It's very disappointing. And I think a lot of people fall into this trap. You know, there's a lot more decisions that people are making with their food choices that, you know, appear way more obvious than others. But if you're seeing Pop-Tarts being put on the shelf and the label is protein, like, why would you look for Pop-Tarts as a source of your daily protein? Like, it all falls back on the consumer and their ability to self-reflect and have that accountability. And I think even beyond that, it's just the level of convenience that makes it easier for these companies to profit off of how they're marketing their foods. Yeah, it's really just convenience more than anything. Because it tastes better. It tastes better. It's easier to eat. You don't have to prep it. You don't have to cook it. You know, lots of nutrition labels have been proven to be wrong as well. And it's just disgusting, man. It's so yeah. I just wanted to rant about that. It's a big problem. It's becoming a bigger problem by the day at this point. Yeah, that's all I have.